We know it's there.
It's going now.
It's going, yes. Right.
Welcome back to Mixdown Headquarters with me and Sean. And today we are looking at...
This is the Plugin Alliance Brainworks Refinement V3.
I wonder, is it...
Shouting shit in the garden?
Yep. Are you recording this time?
I am recording this time. Yeah,
Great.
we did all that and then realised we hadn't pressed record.
So we were shouting shit in your garden.
Yes.
To ourselves. It wasn't even...
Entirely to ourselves.
Yeah, entirely.
No one out there would have heard any of that.
I'm sure you shout shit in here quite a lot.
Now and again.
Oh,
Yeah. Now and again. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you better take us through this rather familiar-looking Brainworks plugin.
Well, the Brainworks Refinement has been out for a few years now. This latest version they've put into their style, GUI style, that they've been doing with a lot of their plugins recently, which I've got used to it, to be honest. I didn't like it when I first saw it, but now I'm kind of like, that works, it's fine. What is it? It's in a similar vein to Goldfoss or Soothe or Deseek. It's for dealing with harshness, taming a harsh sounding audio signal. You have this damping control. You choose your character, QDan, between soft, hard and wide, and then you add the amount of damping you want. Mm-hmm. You're keeping it very controlled this time.
Yeah, well, I was just waiting for you to mention the bell.
Okay, so it's a bell filter with the middle of the dip is at 3.1 kilohertz.
So what makes you more damp? Would you say, is it a hard bell, a soft bell, or a wide bell?
They all make me pretty damp then. Oh dear. I'm a bit confused with this.
Soggy over here.
Yeah. I think it's a strange decision that you can't change where the centre is. It's stuck at 3.1. It's not like the others which are actively seeking for harshness and then destroying it, kind of thing.
I always get the feeling with plugins like this, they're not for proper sound engineers.
Ooh, harsh. Get it?
Otherwise, yeah.
I made a joke there.
Good. God, I'm going to have to start reviewing plugins.
You are.
But because that'd just be an EQ.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, right, okay. So this does a few other things, but let's just say from the off, yes, that bit you can do with any old EQ.
Yeah.
That's very true. It adds a few other things into the mix. You have a presence control, which is a 5.5 kilohertz.
That boosts at 3.5.
Nearly. It's a 5.5 kilohertz resonant shelf. So it's kind of, if you damp it too much, you really lose the top. That enables you to put that back in.
What does resonant mean in that?
So a resonant filter is basically where the point where the shelf starts, it will be a boost followed by a cut, or it will go the other way.
Yeah.
You know, so although you can drive some presence in, it will be more resonant in that frequency. Yeah. So that's kind of cool. It sort of allows you to sort of get a balance. You can take the harshness off there, put some brightness back in there. Okay.
Ooh,
that's
an EQ with two controls.
I know. Yeah. At this point, we're just dealing with an EQ.
Yeah.
Where things start to become a little more interesting is that you have two more controls. So you can modulate this whole thing. You can add some modulation. You can choose the rate of the LFO that controls it. You can sync it to the tempo. And then you can choose, whether it's twice that, 4 times that, or whatever. You can choose the depth and the phase of it. And you're probably thinking, what are you talking about? What's that doing? Well, I made a little movie to show. So here is the dip. That's the 3.1 kilohertz dip. And when you set the modulation going, that's what it's doing. Now, I have no idea. You can see me messing with the damp there and then the presence putting in this. The resonance is that bump there.
Yep.
I have no idea why that works, but it does. It does something interesting. It's I don't know. I really can't describe it other than to say you're going to have to get the demo and try it out. It's quite cool. It's not It is a gimmick, but it's not completely a gimmick. It does something. It makes it more interesting. It makes it sound pretty cool, I think. You have the option to add some saturation. It's got the usual stuff down the bottom here as well, the mono maker, the stereo width and the mix control. You can add it just to the sides, just to the mid. Again, that's quite cool. I quite like that. You can decide whether the modulation is set at 100% or you can drop it right down. The same with the presence. So you get a lot of control over what functions it gives you. I would say my issues are it's not using AI in the way that something like Soothe would, in that it's constantly looking for what's harsh and dealing with it. It's set at that one frequency, which, although it does work, interestingly, if you play something, a harsh mix through it or a harsh vocal or whatever, and it does do something. It does work. It's very quick. Would it be something I would choose over Soothe or D-Seek or Goldfoss? I don't know if it would.
It'd be a demo. I think it'd be one of those plugins where you'd have a specific problem and you'd go and look for plugins to resolve it, and you'd try it.
I think it's quite quick at fixing a problem if you're not keen on getting yourself an EQ and seeking and destroying it yourself. That added modulation thing, I think it makes it a little bit more interesting. But yeah, it's a tricky one.
Yeah,
it is a tricky one.
I cannot see. I mean, the first thing that springs to my mind is, do you remember when you used to record old crap cymbals?
Yes.
Like they're about that thick.
Yeah.
Clang!
Yeah, horrible.
You know, ride cymbals that would literally shake your feelings
They still
out.
turn up now and again.
Do they?
Yeah.
I could see where you might use that on overheads, something like that.
Be great on overheads, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shortcut tool if you don't want to get stuck in with
a
an
badly
EQ.
recorded guitar.
Yeah, again, would be good for that, I guess. Yeah. I think the thing is with this, it's all going to come down to the price.
We know
already it's Brainworks. It's going to have an insane price, but that's okay because you're going to be able to go and get it for $29.99.
So I reckon day-to-day £2.50. Day-to-day £25 on offer at £2.50.
What have you been smoking today, Dan? The regular price, Dan,
is £199.
It is £199. Yeah. On offer at the moment, $29.99. Not pounds. Dollars. $199 or $29.99 at the moment. Regular 14-day trial. I would say go and get the demo, have a play with it. If it's working for your work, if you haven't got Soothe or Goldfoss or any of those things, and you think every now and again I've got a harsh thing, I want to deal with it quickly, maybe you're doing sessions with a band Saturday, you just want to crack on, you haven't got time to experiment with loads of things, this might be good for that. But I don't think it's one for me.
No, me neither. So, Sean, without further delay, the Brainworks
Refinement V3.
Refinement V3, the refined Refinement V3.
Yes.
Ist it Scheiße?
I'm going to go with it's not shit because it does do what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Don't ever pay $199 for it, but if it's $29.99, it might save you a bit of grief.
If you are going to spend $199 on it, subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, spend it on something more useful that's going to benefit other people, i.e., us.
Yeah. Good stuff. So, with that, please like the video.
That'd be cool if you could do that. Maybe subscribe to the channel or become a channel member.
We have got an Instagram account, Studio Life 101, the aforementioned Patreon account.
There's a mixing course and a mastering course, and we've got our plugin top 5, of course. All the links for that are down there. We also have a new channel. If you miss the chit chat we used to do more of, and we don't do so much of anymore, that's all now on another channel, and that's linked down there. Just not audio related, us talking bollocks. Otherwise, come back next time to Is It Shit, and we'll just review some more plugins.
Sayonara, suckers.
Adios.